Yes, sir, Ski. You are tuned in to another edition of Infinite Vibes, provided by Taste and powered by Dash Radio. I'm Moran, the man. My lovely co-host DJ B-Lax and D-Lou are in the building.
Yo.
Yeah. And y'all, family done pulled up today.
Oh yeah.
Family done pulled up today. He got bling around his neck now. Got his own beard now. Oh man, it's up, man. Please introduce yourself to our listeners, my guy.
What's up, y'all? I go by the name of Grip. From Atlanta, East Side. Stand up.
Okay, East Side.
Oh man, East Side is in the building. Grip, first things first, bro. We're proud of you, man.
Right.
So proud of you. Just to give a little backstory, shout out to my boy Tig. First time I got wind of Grip was through Tig. We was checking out your music. Then you went on tour. And a lot of people may not know, but we used to do our own shows. We had a showcase called Candy Rain.
Yes,
we had
did.
Grip as the headline. And when I tell y'all, he packed that thing out.
Man.
And killed it.
It was so fire. That was the one where it was outside, right?
Outside, yeah.
Yeah, that was
Packed
the vibe.
thing out.
Good old days,
Good
man.
old days,
Yes,
right?
yes,
Before the
yes.
goddamn pandemic and shit.
Absolutely,
sure.
man. Before the world started hating on us, man. But
yeah.
here we are now. You know,
Here.
the work has definitely paid off. So how does it feel, man?
Man, it feels good, bro. It's an adjustment period for sure. You know what I'm saying? Just like the whole Shady shit just comes with a lot of shit.
Yeah, we're gonna get into
Positives
that.
and negatives. So
Absolutely.
everything feel good
Dope.
for the most part.
For our
Everything goes
listeners, Grip.
Grip.
How'd you get that name?
Shit, man, I had that name since like high school, but shit, we was like click rapping. But like, I think it kind of stems from like when I was a kid. Me and my little cousin used to walk up to the store for my grandma, and we would give the spare change that we had left over to this just a homeless cat. You know what I'm saying? And he was being sarcastic, of course, just like big money Grip. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever. And I'm not like waving my hands. It was Lynette in here, so I was like,
Big money
right. So yeah, nah. And I think that was just one of the first things that came to mind. You know what I'm saying? When it was time to like give yourself a route name and shit. You know what I'm saying? So it was like that.
That's what's
Absolutely.
up.
And we can't cuss, right?
Yes, you can
All right,
curse.
For sure.
Yes, you can be yourself here. You can be
make
yourself
yourself.
here.
Come
So
as you are.
yeah, man. So let's really just dive in. You just told us your name, but how did you really get introduced to rapping, bro? Because you're from the East Side, and being from Atlanta, we already know like the lineage of just rappers who've come from the East Side is just insane.
Yeah,
So how'd you get into it, bro?
Man, I was on it early. Like my big sister would this back when niggas was buying CDs. You know what I'm saying? Like she can get the CDs and shit, and I'll take the cover and just run through them and listen to the music, like whatever it was, DMX, Outkast, Jay-Z, Pac, Biggie. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I was a kid, I was young as hell, but like I really got into it then. You know what I'm saying? So like that whole golden era, and then from there, shit, man, started just jotting shit down. You know what I'm saying? And rapping to myself, you know what I mean? And it got to the point where I think maybe like in like early high school, like 10th grade or whatever, I started recording and shit. So,
Okay.
like recording in the closet. You know what I'm saying? I had like my mom, I guess they had, at her job, they had had got new hardware. So she took one of the computers and gave it to me and shit, like one of them old ass box ass computer, like
one of the weapon computers.
worse than the shit you had in computer class, bro. Like ugly ass computer, and I just went ahead and started recording there on Magix. I got it from my homie Kip, and yeah, that's just how that shit started. You know what I'm saying?
How did your first song come about?
Oh man. My first song, I still remember my first verse.
Nah,
It was on a group. It was on a group song though. But we had this shit called like DC Deadly Combination. This was back when niggas was doing like, who else y'all had? Who had like who was the other niggas? I remember like PLP Pipeline and all the niggas and Black Mob and shit.
Of course.
Like this, we had our shit like DC. It was just like a group of niggas and shit, like different a collective of groups and shit. And we was all at the homie's house and. Matter of fact, we might have been at Ali from Travis. Like, I think niggas just went and recorded at his house type shit. You know what I'm saying? So it might have been him. Was at his crib and just came up with a little verse, and it was okay. I had the hardest verse on the song.
Had the hardest verse on the song. Talking shit, bro.
It's just
Hardest
funny.
verse.
It's just funny. Look, you know what I'm saying? Thinking back and shit, like you know what I'm saying. But,
It is because it's like you're somebody like. I think it's safe to say if somebody was to hear you for the first time, take away your topics, I don't think people would think you were from Atlanta.
That's what I was going to ask. Like, how did you even get your style?
Yeah. I think it was just from, like I said, just listening to those greats, and I don't know, just my imagination and shit, and just being able to craft the flow.
Yeah.
And I think that's just where it started. You know, so I was always kind of like good at like literature and grammar and shit.
Right.
Like I sucked at everything else. like I was good at that shit. So you know, that shit paid off.
Clearly, you know.
Right.
Shit, hey, nah, it's all good. It's all good.
That's
Absolutely.
it. So you
Thank
write
you.
music?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know if you just like punch in.
No.
freestyle,
I like writing and shit.
Yeah.
I like writing and shit.
So how do you feel about, you know, when it comes to like Southern lyricists, right? Because, you know, I feel like when it comes to lyricism, a lot of people like to leave certain people from the South out.
Okay.
So how do you feel about that? Because, you know, just Atlanta alone, Andre 3000,
Right.
Sahada Prince from
Right.
your side of the world.
Right.
How does that make you feel when people try to go in on Atlanta people saying all they do is dance and they can't rap?
I think that's a stigma. I think that stigma is past already, man. Like, cause we got too many niggas coming out of this shit, like in the past 5-10 years, even before that shit. Like, that is, you know what I'm saying? Like, been crazy with this shit. So
Right.
I feel like it's just a stigma, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I feel like a lot of people just kind of like, I don't know, maybe a little jealous of what we've been able to do with music.
I
you know what I'm
agree.
saying, as a city, and where it came from. You know what I'm saying, and how it's evolved and shit. And nowadays it's like anybody, a lot of people come out sounding like they from Atlanta. Like
That
it'll be
part.
a nigga from California or Brooklyn. He was just like, you know, oh, this nigga he from Brooklyn. Or he from,
Yeah.
you know, it sound like Atlanta. You know
I
what I'm
thought you was
saying?
from Edgewood.
So I think we're very influential. You know what I mean? And
100%.
you know, I fuck with it. I love it.
Dope.
I thought Roddy Ricch was from Atlanta. I ain't even gonna hold you. I really did think he was from Atlanta. I didn't know he
A
was
lot
from
of people
Compton.
did.
Yeah.
A lot of
sure.
people did. Dope. I mean, but I think it's safe to say right now, though, like bars are clearly making their way back. You know,
sure.
rapping is definitely on its way to being a thing from people like yourself, JID, Kenny Mason. We just shut your Earth Gang, even outside of Atlanta. Hold on, y'all got to wait, because we're talking to Grip, damn it. We're talking to Grip, y'all got to wait. So how does it feel to be like a face of like this new class of lyricism, bro?
Oh man, I don't know. I never really look at it from like an outsider's perspective and shit. So like, I don't know. I can't tell. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't know, but it feels good. I guess you know what I'm saying. It feels good. To just be recognized. You know what I mean? As one of them guys. You know?
Right.
So it's cool. I got a lot to prove though. So
Yeah.
you know,
Very humble. Very
That's
humble.
what's up.
let
I
the
like
work
that
let the
answer.
work do itself.
True that.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Any dream collaborations?
3 stacks.
It's coming.
That's gonna be
It's
the
coming. We go. Hey, I feel it
be
coming.
fire.
That's gonna
I
be
feel
the
it
one.
coming.
Yeah.
I
It's
wanna fuck
coming.
with Charlie Wilson too.
Oh yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah.
Have you ever met either one?
Neither. Fucking
It's on the way.
It's coming.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who else, man? It's a lot of people, but just off the top, those are like 2. Of course, Jay-Z.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
For sure.
So yeah, it's just a lot of folks, but
Dope.
you know, we gonna see.
Mm-hmm.
We gonna see.
So it's not every day you see one of your partners posted up with Eminem, but we really want to talk about the steps that it took for you to get to where you are.
Yep.
And you know, one thing that I really like about you and just as a whole, like you and your team, like y'all have been very like, you know, in this to win this type vibe.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So talk to us about your team. Talk to us about the grind that it took for y'all as a whole to get here. Shout out to Tiggs in the building as well. Talk to us about the process of, you know, how'd you meet your team, et cetera.
Shit, man. I met Ted through a mutual friend about over 10 years ago. And it wasn't even just like straight into the music and shit. You know what I'm saying? Just like occasionally see each other when we was both around that nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, shit, my nigga Stray, goddamn. I met him through a mutual friend as well. My nigga Smooth, long live Smooth. Smooth passed away last year.
Condolences.
Right.
And all these boys like went to Tucker and shit. So like they already knew each other.
Right.
So when I met Tig, I could kind of just like it's certain things that you can peep in an individual like from the get go. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when it was time to like, okay, maybe I need some fucking management or something. Like I need to figure this out. And he was already managing a group before that. I just kind of was like, yo, like shit, nigga, let's do this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then Two, which is my main producer, I went to high school with him. I don't think he was making beats in high school, but his pops is Neil Polk, so like, just a fucking legendary like engineer. And he was always just a hip hop head. He played football back in high school. He wasn't even like that cool and shit. But I guess when he got injured and playing college football and came back home and started making beats and shit. And at first, it took a while for us to got them to you know what I'm saying, like actually link up and start making the sound that we make now. But yeah, like it started like that. But me and Tig pretty much just like day to day, you know what I'm saying, just like going at it, just like figuring the shit out, trial and error, you know what I'm saying, like for the most part, starting out and shit. Had no clue what we was doing, you know what I'm saying, but just knew we had like dope product and was trying to get it out there.
Right.
Cause that's important because, you know, we see the pic with Eminem today, but, you know, people may think that, you know, oh, it just randomly happened. Nah, it took time for you.
Yeah, nah, it took a lot of time. It took a lot of time, bro. Like we was 2015, 2016 grinding type shit and had a project out and was about to put out another one. And once we put out Porch, I say this every damn near every interview, but like Jacob Moore, Pigeons and Planes, found this shit. I remember sitting in the room just like, yo, how the fuck this shit gonna get heard? Like niggas at the Pag Lounge or goddamn Apache hearing this shit, but like how everybody gonna hear this shit? And Jacob was literally the first person who reached out and put that shit on the platform, Pigeons and Planes. And from there, you know what I'm saying, that's when everybody started coming and listening to the shit and reaching out. And, you know, we had our first roundabout with the labels and shit, went up to New York and, you know what I'm saying, visited labels, talked to them and shit.
Right.
Fucked around with HR, Human Resources. Shout out to Jay Irvin. Did that shit. That was like that's a distribution deal.
Yeah.
Fucked around, crafted Snub Nose. And after Snub Nose, you know what I'm saying, the rest was pretty much history. Just kind of felt like, all right, we did it again, so it's not a fluke. So, you know what I'm saying? So this next shit gonna be the follow-up. Yeah, so
dope.
That was really it, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, just a lot of like improv. Like we improvise a lot. Like we improvise a lot of last second shit, like, you know what I'm saying? Halo and Proper City came out last second shit, and they're like, you know what, I think I'm gonna drop a motherfucking EP next week. Like, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
What's the worst that can happen?
Hey, I'm coining this shit, bro. We had the first motherfucking quarantine pack, bro. We was the first niggas to drop in the quarantine, bro. Like, Halo was like, bro, the first shit, quarantine, like we was the first ones with that shit. I was supposed to go on tour with Brent Fayez. The shit got canceled. And I was like, oh shit, what we gonna do? And I just fuck around and make music. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to be like reactive and shit. So yeah,
what's
man.
that like for you? Like, is it like every day you gotta wake up and write music, or you take breaks?
Yeah, nah, I wish it was. Like, I was talking to Jid one day, and he was just like, I think I asked him, I was like, shit. I'm like, how often do you actually like lock in? That nigga said some shit like, that nigga might have said like, he either said like 3 times a week or like 3 hours a day or some shit. And I was just like, fuck, like I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Sound like it.
But yeah. But I think that everybody creates different. Like me, like I'm so motherfucking regular, dog. Like it's days I don't even go in my goddamn studio room. You know what I'm saying? Like
everybody got their process.
I don't even write some days. Like I don't even think about music some days. And I don't listen to rap a lot. You know what I'm saying? I do, but I don't. You know, I listen to other shit. So yeah, my process is just I don't know. Like I can't sit there and force the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I just let it come to me and shit. So yeah, my process is just off kilter and shit. You know, I don't even know.
Yeah.
Like I don't know how it comes. Like I literally will get done with the album and be like, fuck, I'm gonna do this shit again. How the fuck I'm gonna do this shit again? You know what I'm saying? And then when it comes, it's just like I get excited and I'm just like, okay, scatterbrained and just like, yo, this is that and it could be this and that. So yeah, that's just how my process is. It's fucking nuts.
Man, nah, go ahead.
So are you and Brent Dave finna redo the tour?
I doubt it. You know what I'm saying? He doing songs with Drake and shit now.
Hey, but you about look.
So yeah,
you about to go on tour. So
nah.
Are you going on tour?
I'm going on tour for sure.
It's in the making.
Yeah, it's in the making right now. So while everybody's still figuring out this post pandemic shit,
right?
But it should definitely be some shit before the end of the year.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So now to the slam dunk, man. You done linked up with Eminem. talk to us about the situation. You're officially signed to Eminem, or y'all got a partnership?
So right now it's a partnership. Straight Society, which is my shit, and Shady. You know what I'm saying? It's being distributed through Shady.
Fire.
Excuse me, I got a burp.
It's all good.
It's that beer.
Woo!
My orange creamsicle in there.
Got the hand sanitizer if you need it. My bad.
So yeah. This shit was a minute, and like it's been a while. Like me and Tig, it was, boy, like been to the this shit about empty in the morning.
Oh, word, dang.
It's all good though.
That's right.
But yeah, this was like fucking last year. Like we got approached by Paul Rosenberg, and he had heard the music through the homie Mike, right? Yeah, and was just like, yo, played it for him, and was just like, yo, who the fuck is this? Like, let's
figure it out.
See what's up. So, talked to him a few times and shit, and you know what I'm saying, just all the legal shit, you know what I'm saying? That shit takes a long time. So it was real hard to keep the cat in the bag though, like, cause it's just like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't even think I told like family members and shit like that. Like we all knew, but it was just like, oh yeah, I'm finna do this, and then if shit fall through, and then it's like, yeah, nigga, I thought said you was gonna do that.
Gotcha.
You know? So it was just one of them things, bro. Like we started working on a new album. And it was just like, fuck it, we gonna just keep working until everything figures itself out. Pretty much like wrap the album up, and right as we was wrapping that shit up, everything came, and yeah, man, signed the deal. Met the man. Cool motherfucker.
What was that like?
hard.
It's Eminem, bro.
It was cool, man.
This B Rabbit, bro. Like, come on, bro.
We went to Detroit. Met Royce first. You know what I'm saying? Royce, cool motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? He a goat in this shit too.
Big facts.
But yeah, met Royce. Royce dropped us off at Ellen Studio, and fucking met Eminem. It was like, oh shit. They calling him Marshall and shit. Yeah, Marshall. I'm just like, okay.
Wow.
But yeah, so played him the album and shit, and he was fucking with it. And yeah, man, she was, it was like an epic moment for me, but it was still just like it's another day.
It's
you know what I'm saying? So the work is just now getting started. That's pretty much what it was.
Sure.
Yeah.
Did you ever imagine that moment?
Nah.
Like before?
Nah. Like it was like I said, it was like a full circle moment, because it was just like I literally remember listening to this motherfucker in like in a Walkman, you know what I'm saying, with a CD and shit, and playing shit back, and you know what I'm saying, just like studying his cadences and his wordplay and shit, you know what I'm saying. It was just one of them things, just like, it's like a nigga said, oh yeah, man, I'm gonna play with LeBron James or some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, nigga, 9 times out of 10, you're not.
Right.
But in this case, you know what I'm saying, it just happened. So I was like, oh shit, like, all right, cool. So never imagined it, but you know what I'm saying? And when it happened, it was just like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But I think
Go time.
I know, right? That's hard.
yeah, it's time for that. So,
What can we expect from you? Like now that you're, partnership, you signed a partnership.
the album, well, a project should be coming sometime, maybe this month. I don't know. So,
Can we expect a feature from Eminem? Is Eminem gonna be on that thing?
we all can expect some shit.
That part.
But hopefully, I don't know.
All right. Okay, cool. Well, talk to our listeners about your beer and all your entrepreneur endeavors, my brother.
All right, so this is called, I have a beer. It's an IPA, if y'all know what IPAs are. It's called And Just Don't Die This Time.
I like the name.
And it's actually a song for my upcoming project.
And just don't die.
This time, yep. It's from Burial. I collab with Straight Society, of course. And Burial is a dope ass fucking damn near like boutique brewery in Asheville, North Carolina. And I was introduced to them a few years back. Of course, they didn't know who the fuck I was, but a few months back, they actually reached out to me on some random. Actually, they follow me on Instagram, and I'm just like, what the fuck? So I hit him like, yo, this father made my day. Like, I fuck with Burial heavy. And I was like, yo, we was just, spitballing ideas and your name popped up and, you know what I'm saying, we love to, work with you. And I was like, oh, shit. So I drove up there and shit. Me and Tig drove up there. And pretty much the idea was to, make a beer. So, got with Doug, the owner of the shit, him and his wife. And, yeah, man, over the next few months, like, we kind of just crafted a flavor profile, told them what we kind of wanted it to taste like and shit, and what kind of like what we wanted the artwork to look like and shit. And
like an album, bro.
That's
It looks
really cool.
Yeah,
So creative.
It is very creative, man.
Super dope.
Yeah, just don't die this time. So
I love that.
Eventually, I do want to have a brewery here, like my own brewery here in Atlanta. I'm heavy in the film. I definitely want to have like at least a production company or some shit. If I can't get into the directing shit, you know what I'm saying?
It's coming, bro.
I'm saying I literally don't know if I'm I want to do that shit, but if I get to it, I'm just like, you know what? I don't know if I
I'm
want
straight.
You know what I'm saying? I'm good on this shit. But I love film as well. I got, my niggas that I want to, give a platform to with this music and shit. So it's a lot of shit that I want to do. Just give opportunities to folks who ain't have opportunities before, or my family members, so they ain't gotta go clock in for somebody they ain't never even seen before. You know what I'm saying? Like, so all of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like everything that we all want to do is just same shit. Just want to chase my dreams and shit.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah, live them out.
And you on your way, man. We just want to tell you, man, because y'all family at this point. Like we all started. Literally, I feel like we all started together, all of us, everybody in this room. So to see where everything is going for everybody is beautiful, man. So y'all forever got our support.
Man, I appreciate that shit.
Y'all forever got our support, man. So in closing, you know what I'm saying? We always like to end these with just positive words of affirmation. So what's some advice that Grit can provide to anybody on their way up?
Anybody on their way up? Let's see. Remain you. Don't make it a competition. It's not a you're not competing with anyone else.
Right.
You're competing with yourself. You're competing with yesterday. You're competing with tomorrow. Like, so don't make shit a competition. Don't feed too much into that, because you can't just like look at someone else's success or failures and say, you know what I'm saying, like, and compare it to your situation. Everybody's situation is different. So yeah, that's probably the best advice I can give for right now. Like, don't compare. Like, don't compete, man. Compete with yourself. Compete with yourself.
Big bars.
Wise words.
Compete with yourself.
Right.
Yes, sir. Well, again, thank you, Grit, for pulling up the Infinite Vibes. Please give our listeners your social media. Let them know how they can get in contact with you. Also, introduce one of these records that you want us to play. And after that, we coming back with some bars, because Grip is going to bless us with some bars. Yes. We got to get the bars before the price go up, because it's about to happen.
Right.
It's about to happen.
Price done already went up.
I was about to say, it probably
Go up even higher.
But yes, Grip, just straight up GRIP on IG. Grip _SS on Twitter. My YouTube is just Grip. And shit, man, StraightSocietyMusic.com. We got StraightSocietyMusic.com. So yeah, do that shit. And then what song we playing? Gutter? Probably Gutter. All right, so yeah, I'm finna play for y'all Gutter, which is the first single off of the upcoming project, which I don't know if I can give the name out yet, so I ain't gonna get the name out yet. But the upcoming project from Grip, distributed by Shady Records. So.
Yes, sir. Let's go. For sure. Infinite Vibes Taste Dash Radio. Grip is in the building.
super dope.
That's hard. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, just to seeing like the candy rain.